again, all you people tuning in. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about discovery. Now, you're probably saying, discover? Discover what? Well, what do you want to discover? The reason you probably clicked on this video is because it said discover, and you're like, ooh, what are we going to do today? That will be fun. Yeah, I think of discovering as fun. I think of it as curiosity, as exploration. What do you want to know that you don't already know? What's outside the box? And I'll give you an example so you have an idea what I'm talking about. I did a psychic party today for 5 ladies, and they had never had a reading before. It was a 40th birthday party, and they're like, yeah, come on over. We want to try this. And I didn't have to ask them any questions. I just told them what's on top, and I kind of helped them discover the things that they weren't even sure they needed to ask. So for me, that was a big discovery that they got to check out what it's like to have a psychic reading without like all the hoopla, like, oh, how's it done? What do we do? I said, just be yourself. Remember to breathe. Sometimes discovering is trying something new that you've never done before. Maybe it's a food recipe. Maybe it's a certain bubbly drink. Maybe it's a walk down a different street that you haven't been on before. Discovery doesn't have to be monumental or costly. You can just say, you know what? I want to explore. I want to try something different. Discover is usually unfolding something. It's usually saying, well, what don't I already know? What is it that I want to uncover or pick apart, or maybe come to a new resolution, a new end result? It doesn't have to be complicated, folks. Just the word discover. So one exercise I've done is to say, what am I living for? Why am I on the planet? What do I want to do for the rest of the year? Do, have, and be. What are the things I'm exploring or wanting to discover? So I made a list of over 100 things, and it really helped me to say, yeah, I have a lot of things I want to discover. I don't want to just discover the next street over or the next restaurant. I want to discover a whole bunch of things. So on my list is all of the national parks in the United States. And for me, I'm going to live healthy beyond 100. So every year I need to do 2 of the national parks in order to see them all before I pass over. And so that's part of what my discovery is, planning my trips and going by some of the national parks on my way through. So I hope that's given you a little snippet or tidbit of what does discovery mean and how are you going to discover. So I'd love to hear your comments about what you're going to go off and check out and explore. And maybe there'll be some ideas for me that I haven't thought of. So I look forward to hearing from you. Hashtag Psychosenses if you haven't seen me before, and if you have, drop me a line anyway. I'd love to hear from you. Well, I hope to talk with you real soon. Bye for now.